I haven't played a lot with the Celts, so I wanted to give them a go here up against the Danes, which could make for an interesting matchup. Celts against Danes on the swamp. And I am of course going to be using the guerrilla deployment of the Celts. Because why use the Celts without guerrilla deployment? I have an army that I have very little experience in using. So it's going to be interesting to see whether I can make it work. The Danes having decent infantry, decent cavalry, just overall decent cost-effective units. While the Celts, sure, I mean they do have some nice skirmish, they do have some nice sword units. The Black Blades. I believe I picked the Picts and I brought 6 crossbows. So 6 dirt cheap crossbows. And let's see here. Now ideally I want to attack from this flank, but I guess that is to be expected by my opponent. Now deploying to the rear of my opponent could be interesting here, because I'll have my flanks protected by, somewhat protected at least. Let's see here. I'll have my flanks somewhat protected. It might be a bit too far. I can't deploy my army properly here, so yeah, let's go for the forests, because then I can sort of fight out of the forest, protect myself from any nasty cavalry units. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the best way to engage, but it's also going to be the obvious choice here. So that might come into play. I'll keep my round shield raiders in. Now let's see. Do they have any type of guerrilla deploy? Let's see. Ignore terrain. Yeah, let's keep one on each flank, like so. And I forgot my general all the way over there, so that's great. I'll just move up. And it looks like my plan wasn't as obvious as I first thought, because my opponent is... But this could get interesting, because now I kind of have to protect my general over here, since I clicked ready. But it looks like he's not going to go for my general, which is good. I'll just push up. He does have his Nordic hurlers, and I haven't tested hurlers against the Celtic crossbows. So I don't know how they're going to do. Let's see, Nordic warriors, chosen warriors. My Black Blade should do well against those units. It looks like, yeah, my general is going to be able to make it to safety. So let's see how these crossbows do against the hurler unit. Ideally, I want to pull some cavalry into range of my crossbows and then fire. While avoiding getting hit by any of these Nordic hurlers with my other units. Yeah, it took down a significant amount of men in a volley. So that's good. And it's pulling back, that's even better. Oh wow, those crossbows. Holy shit. Yeah, this is very good. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. But I'll try to get some... Ideally, I would want to get some shots off on the Nordic Horse Lords, but getting hurlers off the field is always a good time. Should be able to win here fairly easily. And if this unit decides to engage, I'll just fire on the cavalry. Move into loose formation. Pull away here. Then I'll try to snipe these guys from the flanks.
Men flee the field of battle. This is a
Focus on the cavalry. Yeah, those Nordic horse lords are dying.
Battle ready and eager. Enemy units have been
Pull back here.
Horses love blood. We hunger for blood and battle.
I'll just pull away from this flank.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
Oh, this is just too good of a blob to ignore. I'm going to send in the cavalry here, send in my blades. Smart move by my opponent here, he decides to pull away.
Ready for battle. We'll kill them all. Ride in and run.
Try to take care of the horse lords. I'll just charge these hurlers here. And now I'll engage this Nordic warrior. Nope, I'll pull away. Let's see here. Maybe I should change to heavy shot now. Pull away here. Charge in with cavalry first. Yeah, charge the Nordic axe warriors. I don't know why my black blades didn't charge the center there, because I definitely sent them in to charge the center. Send in the black blades against the cavalry. Send in the cavalry center. My Mormari cavalry got wrecked there. But this Mormari cavalry took care of some axes. That's very nice. So I guess, yeah, sniping the general, the enemy general, would of course be supremely useful. I can actually send in a cavalry unit here to do that. Pull away here. Move around the flanks. There is no cavalry support on the flanks from my opponent, so I can just frontally charge these units. Now I can sandwich this unit, charge in here. Send in some black blades here. I'll pull away the Mormires. The black blades go berserk in a perfect position, while the enemy general is getting hit by them as well, and the Mormari cavalry hit the Vikings in the rear. That's good. Let's just charge these guys. Keep focusing on the enemy general, the Viking captain. Push the black blades up. Move around the flanks. Pull out the Mormire. Go for these skirmishers here. The black blades are doing a great job, I have to say. Now I can charge here. Send these guys into the rear here. It's not like it's really needed, but overkill is never a bad thing. Pull away here. Send in my general. Send in the depleted Mormire. And what I like about the Celts is that they allow you to take a decisive terrain advantage and force the enemy to reorient, which can be very annoying for the enemy. And in this case, my enemy didn't expect me to take that position, I guess, and the black blades are just killing a lot of units. Let's focus on the Viking captain here.
Mounted missile warriors! Missiles ready! Missile armed riders!
Let's see, the Black Blades refuse to rout, which is good. Get some more kills with my round shield raiders.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Give the Viking captain a charge. Now I can just move through here.
Battle ready and eager!
And that should be it for the Vikings, really.
Tide of battle turns in our favor!
Pyrrhic victory for the Picts. So let's see. Yeah, the crossbows. I was quite impressed by the crossbows, to be honest. But of course, I mean, going up against only 3 cavalry units here, I quite like that he does that with the Danes, but it's very risky, even against the Celts here, because you could see how well my cavalry did, and the Black Blades did an awesome job. So as long as you're able to tie down enemy cavalry with the Celts, I think they can be a very, very powerful faction. Strength and honor, and thank you, Sean, for the battle.